Dr. Morris, my name is Tulay. I live in the UK. I have been suffering from migraines for about 36 years. I hate migraines. I grew up with them. Didn't realize it was the milk getting it to me because I had major sinus. I didn't realize I had stomach as well, so I didn't realize some of these things. But as soon as I got off the dairy products and I cleaned myself out, guess what went away? So I highly recommend that you get your GI tract cleaned up and you get your sinuses dumped and cleaned up. Big time on that. I get them every month and it lasts 3 or sometimes 4 days. That sucks. Migraines are horrible if you guys have never had one. During this time, I'm in bed, unable to eat or drink anything and throwing up constantly. That's what I'm saying. You really want to clean up your GI tract and get away from all the dairies, all the meats, and all this. Start draining your sinuses. You can work on your cerebellum with some hot and cold applications. Work on your neurolymphatic system. Start getting your body cleaned up because they're very familiar with this problem. It seems to do with my period. Again, got to remember, as you kick up acidosis, you kick up inflammation. And it's just all in part of that. You can spasm. And that's another thing you might think about here, is taking a look at your parathyroid gland, just out of the sake of looking at that. I have a poor digestive system, kind of thought so, yep. And my sinuses are playing up again, yeah. You're walking right down the same line that I found that was my migraines too. And this is just what you're saying right here. And a friend recently suggests that the migraines might be linked to the thyroid problem. Well, I would say probably more to, if you do have a thyroid problem, more to why you have a thyroid problem. That would be your lymphatic system. And remember, this is a volatile, this is inflammation, this is spasticity, this is all kinds of things. Hell, when your blood doesn't get there, it just flatly kills you. This has all the other problems. The painful, the migraines, all the other stuff. That's the lymph system. I have been cleansing myself for the last 15 years. Well, I dig deeper. I would get into the herbs, clean up my bowels, get on the GI broom, make sure your kidneys are filtering, get your blood pressure, check that, get your adrenals up, get everything, get your pituitary, look at your endocrine glands, play with that, get your body healthy. Just go after that. A little probably deeper than you've been, because if you've been a raw foodist for 15 years, there's no way you have migraines. So, especially emotionally, letting go of the past and forgiving. Yeah. Well, we've got to, if you want to survive, guys, what's coming to this level, and it's going to be on the emotional middle levels with it, that all works together. You want to learn how to get beyond your mind. You want to learn how, what we've been talking about in all these videos, to quiet the mind and become awake. That's your survival. Meditating, being with nature as much as I can, but I don't think I've been doing the same with my diet. I began completely vegetarian last year. I don't drink milk, and I'm on my way being vegan. Well, I think you ought to kick it up another notch, because if you're writing me, I'm going to tell you dump all of that, go raw, 100% raw. What's the big deal? 100% raw for a few months, or even 6 months or a year. Who cares? Raw. You got to train. What you guys have to do is retrain your minds who have been trained by others. So you have to take the responsibility of retraining this, because governments have been loving to train it. It's just the school systems. Who controls all these things? The governments. I've been eating raw food, fruits and veggies for the last 2 months. Yeah, but you said you've been 15 years, and you really want to get raw, honey, and get this out of you, because migraines are just a huge warning. For the last 2 months now, and started talking with the doctor. Oh, good, pain tincture a week ago. I don't know if an herbal pain tincture is going to help. We use, for migraines, we use the antispasmodic and the pain tincture. When you feel it coming on, take it now. And that should stop it before it comes on. Take it when you're full bore. I don't know. I don't know if ours is strong enough for that. Try the antispasmodic, though. That's better, because it's more like spasms. With that said, just like I said earlier, and you're confirming that right down in this question, is your sinuses and your bowels. And that's exactly what I find to be the problem And if you clean that up, sweetheart, you'll be good. P.S. Still struggling with weight and constant migraines and neck pain. Okay. You sound like you need to have a little adjustment on that neck and upper back here. So you might want to do that with a good chiropractor. I'll tell you this, work on those neural lymphatic points down your back. If your migraines could be coming from the stomach, you have to see. It can be coming from sinus, stomach, or you're out of sort right here. So you want to get this draining anyway and opening this up so a good adjustment will hold there. Work on those neural lymphatic points, real important, right down the C-spine up here and up in the T-spine areas. Work all those. Go on down to those kidneys in the L's and work on those and get that opened up there, because that's real important with that. Use cold packs if you have to, because you want to open that up, get away from these migraines. Get up higher there with the fruits, berries, and melons and see if you can inspire a deeper detox. At the same time, keep working on that GI tract. Clean those bowels out. Get that plaque out of there, use that GI broom and really clean that. That should really help to open these things up for you and get the neck and everything opened up. My friend is on, this is a long word for a migraine. I never could pronounce that right. Trilaline or something. That's a huge word. I thought maybe she had a problem regarding her cerebellum, but I wanted to double check with you because she says she gets the feeling of the migraine in her right eye, and it started 7 years ago. Yeah, I mean, you could, when you start that, here's the thing, if you get with her and anyone that feels the migraine coming, it's a spasm, get the anti-spasmodic and the pain formula, and if you hit them right off before that migraine, when you start to feel it coming on, it'll knock it off. Then it's just that these are spasms, where you spasm real strong, and it's just still all steeped in acidosis. And so you really want to, and if you get too much in the frontal area, it's the GI tract's involved with this as well. The GI tract is often involved in headaches, big time. Constipation, stomach problems can create major frontal headaches, nausea. There's all kinds of things that are involved. But getting the body healthy pulls you out of migraines. Now, I had migraines growing up all the time. All the time. They took me to a medical doctor. He said, "Oh, your eye muscles aren't matured." Your eye muscles are not matured, so you're giving migraines? So they made me read more. So I had to read an hour every day to strengthen my eye muscles, according to this MD. Oh, Lord. So that sucked. And then, so finally, when I got off of milk and dairy products and sinuses came clean, it's like, oh, no more migraines. I know, funny stuff, but you have to put up with the stupidity. That's why I'm doing this. The stupidity out there is ridiculous. You guys will help so many people be well and save them from this insanity of discomfort and suffering, It's one thing to come and go, but it's another thing to suffer. Suffering is not fun for anybody. And this could be part of the cerebellum too, cold compresses, work on the neural lymphatics, but get those bowels cleaned up, the kidneys filtering. These are two things that are essential to getting anybody well, guys, is getting those kidneys to filter. That's kidney and adrenal problems. Now, you could have a pituitary capped right up there that is suppressing the adrenal glands, absolutely. Even the kidneys, because bedwetting at night is attributed to pituitary weakness. So you got to get things filtering. You got to clean up that GI tract, because there's hardly anyone, and I mean hardly anyone, that does not have a level of chronicness to their GI tract. I do so many eyes, and very rarely do I see a GI tract that doesn't have some degree of chronicness to it. Mostly people are in the chronic levels in the gut tissue. And so this is serious stuff. And this is why it was the place for cells breaking down, or what they call cancer. Well, that was the number one spot for 100 years. And it's not the number 2 spot now, I think, but it's still way up there. And then the GI tract, everybody's got kidney problems, and it's just at one level or another. And so these eliminative organs must be fixed before anything can be really happy and healthy in the body. You can't move the lymph and get the tumors out and all the inflammation without the kidney filtering. You can't get proper digestion of your nutrients and absorption, and of course then the breakdown of the GI tract itself. So you got to fix those things. And of course, what else would you think we would need to fix on everybody? The glands, endocrine glands, the energy centers, the steroid hormone neurotransmitter centers. We need those centers. So it really becomes simple. We need the GI tract. We need the urinary tract, which is kidneys, bladder, adrenal glands, which is the lymphatic system. Then we need the glands, which control all that. So when you just got that and you're working on those, you're going to bring that individual back home again. You know, if you have to add upper circulation or circulation formulas where they have cholesterol, okay. If you have to use a lung formula to help clean out the lungs, okay. If they need a liver cleaning, I like to go a couple months on a liver gallbladder formula anyway on everybody, fixing up the liver, reaching over to the pancreas. You see where we're going with protocols? Real simple to understand. Absolutely. You always got to remember you have two systems that control the health of cells, blood and lymph. The blood system can be changed very, very easily by simply changing your diet. And if you want to be healthy, your diet should be fruits, berries, and melons, number one, and maybe one salad a day, number two. If you want to be healthy, that's the way you should eat. Have some cooked foods now and then for balance or whatever, grounding, cold, too cold, things like that. If you have to have a piece of dead animal once in a while, okay, you know. But if you balance out like that, watch your food combinations. You can live quite healthy, quite strong. But first take the time to clean your body out and get past your symptomology. Get past your symptoms. Get your eyes done. Make sure you're regenerating those areas of genetic weaknesses that are advanced. Fix those things. They're all fixable. Everything is fixable. You push yourself too far, though, you might not be fixable. And that's what you don't want to do. You can't, this whole understanding of high proteins and acidosis is vital to those that want to be well. You have to eliminate them. So thanks. Let me see here. The doctors gave her that antidepressant. Oh my God. See, and the antidepressants have such bad side effects. You would never want to take an antidepressant. So this is an antidepressant, huh? I just try not to deal with medications because they're just, I can't stand chemistry like that. There's some chemistry that's essential to support life in the emergency rooms and the ORs, but outside of that, everything can be done quite well with botanicals and the whole line of herbal and essential oil pharmacopoeia, as well as flower essences. So much on all levels, emotional levels, mental levels. There are so many tools that nature has to offer that doesn't have the bite and the kick that pharmaceuticals do. Because antidepressants they need to be reviewed. I mean, all these murders and all this stuff, this is serious stuff. And the antidepressant only made her sleepy, and so she doesn't want to take it anymore. Could you fill me in on what she's going to have to do exactly? Thank you. Yeah, that's exactly what you got to do. Get in and start cleaning these areas of elimination up. Because when these areas become obstructed with mucus and hardened plaque from, let's say, white flour products and things like this, you start obstructing the flow of energy. And that can create all kinds of spasms, pains, headaches, migraines, you just name it. All these things come out of that. And all those things are quite well cured by simply going and detoxing yourself and cleaning up these areas of stagnation, of inflammation, which is acidosis, of course, and getting the body moving again. That's all you got to do. And then the body's quite well, and then you can spend less time thinking about your health. Spending all your time on getting well isn't fun too. It's fun for a while, but then you want to expand in life and enjoy life. And let that be let your food be your medicine and your medicine be your food. But when you do that, you got to understand that the medicine, the food, that is for the Homo sapien. Remember, you have to take into account the anatomy and physiology of the human species, the Homo sapien species. Understanding why would we become or originate in the tropics if we were supposed to be cave dwellers and meat eaters. We're not, and we weren't, and we're supposed to be islanders. So it's just that sort of thing. And we've adapted, but at what price? People don't realize the price man has paid for living in northern climates, needing to change the diet. It's hard to live on a tropical diet in northern climates when it's cold. Not bad in the summer, but just the vibration of the earth and the geographical locations dictate different food sources. So it's real tough. But a lot of you, I'm real proud of you because you've done that. You've got your health back in the middle of winter, and some of these countries that are cold all the time, you've got it back. So I'm proud of you working through these things. Tough sometimes.